Merle here, welcome back to Prairie Wings. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a real short video and it's just answering a question. What is even fire versus odd fire engines? I need to know this because I'm setting up an EFI system on an old vehicle. So I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna share with you what it is, how to set it up in this ECU. Just for starters, I guess the ECU, I should clarify what we're setting up, but it is it's a Megasquirt and it's an amp EFI, it's an Evo. What we want to do though, I'm just going to go over to the tuning screen that I have set. You don't have to do this. It is, you go into the basic load settings and engine and sequential settings. They ask you a question, the engine type. Now, sure, we have two options here, even and odd. But if you read, it says most engines are even fire, typical odd fire engines are V-twin, some V4, VMAX, some V6, V10, blah, blah, blah. No real, what is that? So someone that is doing a DIY thing, like Megasquirt lends itself very well to, they have great support and so on. Anyways, we need to know what that means because it doesn't just show up here, even though this is an even fire. When you have that programmed, if you go into the ignition settings and you look here, if we are looking down here, if we had an odd fire, we would need to know what is the angles. So first of all, we know this is an even fire engine and I will show you why. In this modification, we have changed to coil near plug and it's a fully sequential setup, so on. So we don't use the distributor cap, but when you're normally looking to tell the difference, one of the telltale ways is to look at the distributor cap. This is the distributor cap off this, and if you look at the spacing between these contacts, they're evenly spaced. So what that means is the throws on the crankshaft that hold the connecting rods, well, they have even spacing on them as well. Now, if you were to look at an odd fire cap, we'll throw a video or a picture up there of an odd fire cap. You'll notice on that cap that the spacing between the wires where they connect is not even. And some of the odd fire caps, though, you have to look inside that cap and you will notice that the inside of these little prongs in here will have some extensions on them. So even though the wires are on evenly on the top, on the inside where the rotor goes past the actual little tab, it has extensions on to fire that in the right order. So that crankshaft doesn't have even throws. So the firing order, the spacing between the spark is not even. I am just going to go in here and take a look in our basic load settings, and I'm just going to grab this where it says even fire, and I'm going to throw it on odd fire so we can go into, I'm just going to burn it and I'll go cycle the key. We need to do that as you see the instructions on the screen. So the changes have taken effect, and now when I go into my ignition settings and wheel decoder, I have odd fire phasing highlighted. So I can pick alternate, paired, custom. And if you look at this, it gives you a bit of an explanation of what's going on. But the kind of neatest thing on this is if you had something really oddball, is the custom one. So if we make this a little bigger, look at it, and we go down here, we can actually add a custom odd fire angle. And you would have to program the separation in the crank throws from spark A to B and so on. So really neat. This gives a lot of options in the Megasquirt, and that is not what this car is. So I am just going to go back into my engine and sequential settings, and I am going to go back to even fire, and we'll have to cycle the key again. I'm going to be doing more videos on EFI systems and how to set them up. Hopefully you'll check out those as they come out. We do have videos on the little Corvair, a whole bunch of stuff on Megasquirt. That'll be really helpful. Anyway, Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.